Greetings of the day, students. Hope you all are doing good. So this is again Pulkit Agarwal. So we will be taking class today of the application based. Okay. This is our channel 2 Gyanam. Please like, share and subscribe it for further updates and hit the bell icon if you liked our videos to get further updates. Help those students who are studying in class 10 under CBSE pattern for sure. And secondly from ISC, ICSC or state boards from anywhere in India. Okay. Obviously, you can go with the topic wise if you are in any other board than CBSE. But if you are in CBSE, we'll go full course on CBSE and we'll try to complete the concept which are out of CBSE syllabus. Okay. So our main purpose is to complete the concept clearly and cautiously with explaining every steps. Why do we do it? Why are we using this chapter? What is this physical application in real life? Everything will be dealt with us. Okay. Make yourself comfortable in asking questions in the comment section. You are always welcome to ask the comment section. And plus, you have our side channel also. You can mail us over there also. Okay. Today we'll be dealing with class 10 trigonometry, where we will be dealing with the application. And this chapter is known as height and distance. Height and distance. Somewhere you would be looking at heights and distances, but it doesn't matter. Basically, it's a grammatical mistake. We can't use a plural for a measurement in mathematics. So if you look at this, the chapter name is Some Application of Trigonometry. Okay, the reading curriculum will be done by you. Over here it is written that in the previous chapter you have studied about trigonometric ratios. In this chapter we will be studying about some ways in which the trigonometry is used in the life around you. Trigonometry is one of the ancient subjects studied by the scholars all over the world. As we have seen in chapter 8, trigonometry was invented because its needed arose in astronomy. Since the astronomers have used it, for instance, to calculate distance from the earth to the planets and stars, trigonometry is also used in geography and in navigation. So in real life, if you say that earth is this much kilometers away from Mars, so this has been calculated with the help of heights and distance, and this is possible due to studying of trigonometry. Okay, but nowadays if you want not this too far, you can go for a basic thing like why do we study height and distance, why do we study trigonometry. Let's look into the real pic. Okay, let's take an example. You are standing over here, this is Monu, hypothetical, and this is me. Okay, standing on a 3-storied building. Obviously, a 3-storied building would be on the ground, it would not be in the air, and a person Monu standing over here will be on the ground, not on the air. And I am standing at the terrace of the 3-storied building, that is the 4th floor. Okay, so if Monu looks at me, we certify that Monu is standing over here, he is on the ground only, means he is watching from here on the ground level. Obviously, you would be thinking, how can a person of a minimum height of 1 feet also can't look from here? He would be looking from here. Obviously, we are taking hypothetical. You can take like this also. This would be more familiar to you. This is the height of Monu. Let us take it as 3 meters. 3 meters would be very high. Let's take it 2 meters. Okay. Monu is a height of 2 meter. So this will also be 2 meter. Okay. This could be now a bit logical. Now his eyes would be over here, since his face is over here. He's standing over here. His eyes is over here. Now if he watches over here, look at this carefully. Monu is standing here idly. He is looking towards here. Okay. Obviously if a person is idle, he would look straight. Now I called it Monu. So Monu will suddenly hear the voice and will start looking towards the upward side, and he will find me over here. I am over here. Now when he moved his head from here to here, his body was intact. This is known as angle of elevation. When he moved his head upwards, it is known as angle of elevation. Okay. Now if I am looking from the perspective of Monu, I would also be looking with the perspective of me, matlab Pulkit. How would I be looking? Like I was staring over here somewhat to anything in the atmosphere. Suddenly I saw Monu. When I saw Monu, my eyes turned towards the downside. Okay, the rays I am showing over here is the rays of my eyes, and the rays Monu is looking towards the upward is Monu's rays of eyes. We will only be concentrating on the rays of eyes. Okay, that will clear our concept because we don't look from any other body part other than eye. So this will be known as angle of depression. This will be known as angle of depression. Okay, now if you look this very carefully, I am taking this rays of light at eyes at ekdam straight 90 degree, and this Monu's eyes also at 90 degree. So if you look these two are parallel lines. So this and this angle will be equal. That is alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. So the first concept you would be looking into height and distance is that alternate interior angle makes angle of elevation and angle of depression both the same thing. Okay, you just have to use it according to the sum demanded. Like if you want to find this height, you want to find this length, okay, and you have been given this angle, this is 60 degree, so you can automatically convert this 60 degree over here also, and you can use the concept of trigonometry to find this or this of the anything provided and anything not provided. Okay, so this is the basic concept we are dealing in the height and distance concept, if you look into this very carefully. Okay, give me a second. Now see, they have explained with a basically they have shown it with the Qutub Minar, I think so. It's Qutub Minar, I think so. They have not given any name. Say take it a lighthouse. This is a lighthouse. You are standing over here and you want to see at the top what is going on the top. Or you can say there is a lighthouse. There is one bell over there and it is ringing. Now suddenly you hear the ringing and you start looking above there. Now see, if you zoom in very clear, this is a guy. Obviously his height would be something, that is BD over here and that is AE over here, and he starts look in the upward direction. This is the line of sight. This is the eyes raised towards the bell. Now this is the angle of elevation. Okay, if let's be there is a bell and a person is also standing over there. He sees the bell over there and he sees the guy on the ground. So this will be the angle of depression. Okay, this will be the angle of depression. Now see, you can see another thing also. A girl is standing over here. She is flying a kite over here. This is the object. This is the line of sight. This is the angle of elevation. This is the horizontal level. Why would we take a horizontal level all the time? To create a trigonometric concept to find the values. Okay. Now see, there is another example. Now they are showing the concept of angle of depression. This is the horizontal level. A girl is seeing an object, football over here. The line of sight is over here, main line. When she sees the football, she goes towards the downward side, and this is known as angle of depression. These all are the concepts you should be familiar with. I am explaining you very cautiously. Look into it very carefully and read the statements afterwards. You will understand the concept fully. Okay. Now we'll go with example 1. Okay, what type of examples you can look into when solving height and distance? The basic thing is the tower shown, the object seen. The common thing is one. The first question arises. We can take another page. The common question arises from, first of all, a guy looking at a flying plane, looking at a flying plane above his head. Calculate the distance traveled or the speed of the plane in given time. This is the most common and typical question asked by the teachers in your board exams. A guy looking at a flying plane above his head, calculate the distance traveled or the speed of the plane in given time. Excuse me. What would be the question? The question is that a guy watch a plane above his head. After 15 seconds, the plane is at something elevation. Like first, it will be given that the guy sees the plane at a 45-degree elevation. After 15 seconds, the plane takes an elevation of 30 degree. After 15 seconds. Now, if the height of the plane is this much, find the speed of the plane or the distance traveled by the plane. This is the most common question asked by the teachers. Okay. Now the second comes, you are at a bridge. You are at a bridge. You saw a ship sailing. You saw, wait a second, make it a bit different. You saw two ships sailing. Both are at 45 degree and 60 degree. If you are at a height of x meters, calculate the distance between them. Calculate the distance between them. Okay, the distance between the two ships. This type of question, distance between the two ships. Okay, now what would other type of questions can arrive over here? If you look into it very carefully, you can take the example of bird or a plane. Okay, you can take the example of a guy looking at a flying plane or bird also. Okay, and over here also they can give a two type of concept. One ship is sailing over here, you are standing over here on a bridge, the ships come over here. One ship is sailing over here, the ship come over here. At how much time will it come? If you have given something, the datas, and you can do it that way also. Okay, there are many type of sums to arrive over here. Okay, somewhat of a kite flying, two buildings and their height, two buildings and their height. So we will deal with these type of sums and will cautiously move forward and understand the concept. The main thing behind solving a sum of height and distance is that how you are preparing the diagram. If you are good at preparing the diagram, then you can do anything with the sum. The concept behind the sum goes very smoothly. But if you are not good at drawing the diagram perfectly, you will end up doing mistakes. Now, if you are very good and sincere, please don't look at this diagram. Obviously, everybody would have looked at it, but understand with the concept as a sum is given. A tower stands vertically on the ground. This is the tower. Okay. From a point on the ground which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. This is the foot of the tower, and a point which is 15 meter away from the tower. Okay. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower means someone is standing over here. Obviously, they have taken the concept that this is the eye. They are not believing that the person has somewhat of height. Okay, so you have to take it as that only. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 60 degree. The angle of elevation of top of the tower is found to be 60 degree. We have to find the height of the tower. So we take it hypothetically as ABC, and we have to explain the question. In triangle ABC, AC is the height of the tower. Obviously, in the exam, you have to do this. AC is the height of the tower. BC is the distance of the object from the foot of the tower. Okay, and angle ABC is inclined at 60 degree. Okay, so these are all the things. It is mandatory to be written by you. You can't skip these things. BC is the distance of the object from the foot of the tower, that is 15 meters. Obviously it is given, so you have to write it. Now you have done the basic protocols. Now we can move towards this. Okay, therefore according to the sum, now it is your work, the main work that is coming. Now if you want to find out the length of the tower or the height of the tower, okay, we have a hint of the foot of the tower and the object distance. Now if you look at it very carefully, this is the angle, so this will be your perpendicular and this will be your base. And what is the relation between perpendicular and base? That is tan theta, and tan theta over here is tan 60 degree. Now what is the formula for tan 60 degree? That is perpendicular by base, that means AC by BC. This is how you solve the sums. First the diagram, then the basic protocols of writing everything given in the diagram to explain what are you doing, and then you have to solve it by the use of trigonometry. While you are using trigonometry over here, you have to be clear that you are using tan theta, you are using sin theta, or you are using cos theta. Obviously a student would be stupid if he start using the opposite signs, cosec, sec and cot, that are of no use over here. If you can avoid it, do avoid it. Don't be foolish to use it. Okay, now basic things have been written over here. Now we will tend towards the solving the sums. Now tan 60 has a value of root 3 and AC is hidden, that is x we have taken, and BC you can write, AC is the height of the tower, that is let x meters. Okay, basically we have taken x as it, and BC is 15. Therefore x is equals to 15 root 3. Now if you look into the sum very carefully, they have given the answer as 15 root 3. But according to my suggestion and according to teachers, they like it when the student converts this into the actual value. Now two things you should be familiar with, that is root 3 is equals to 1.732 and root 2 is 1.414. This should be memorized by you. Obviously do 10 to 100 sums, you will automatically learn it. Root 3 and root 2 are mandatory to be known to you in the exam hall. It may be clear that they would give you as this in the brackets in the question. It may not be. So you are your own boss over here. So 15 into 1.732. If they have given it 1.73, you use it 1.73. If they have not given it, you can use it 1.732, or you can elaborate it also to the 4 decimal place. But according to mathematics, they say that the 3 decimal place is the perfect. So always use 3 decimal place. Now if you multiply it, what will be the answer? If you multiply it, what will be the answer? 15 into 1.732. That will come to 25.98. 25.98. This will be your height of the tower. This will be your height of the tower. Look into the sum very carefully. This is a very easy sum and the basic sum, the first sum we have arrived to it. We'll move further with the sums. Look at it very carefully. Okay. Now, looking into another sum. Obviously, I have to cut this off. This is your answer and this is the perfect answer. Okay. If you are not given with to solve it at perfect decimal place, still you can solve it. If it is given that you have to solve it till perfect decimal place, you have to solve it. So basically converting would be a good option. Now the second question, An electrician has to repair an electric fault on a pole of height 5 meter. She needs to reach a point 1.3 meter below the foot of the pole to undertake the repair work. Now, where to do the sums? We can look towards the diagram given over here. Okay. An electrician has to repair an electric fault on a pole of height 5 meter. That means the height of the pole is 5 meter. She needs to reach a point 1.3 meter below from the top of the pole to undertake the repair work. Means the ladder will align by a place where the top of the pole and the distance will be 1.3 meter. The question says like this. What should be the length of the ladder that she should use, which when inclined at an angle of 60 degree, means inclined at an angle of 60 degree, the horizontal would enable her to reach the required position? The first question. That means we have to, what should be the length of the ladder? Means we have to find first of all the length of the ladder, that is x. The first question. Okay. The first question says this. Now how will you do this? Now if you look at this, if this length is 5 and this length is 1.3, so what is this length? 3.7. So this is 3.7. Okay. Now this is 60 degree. If you look at it very carefully, this is a perpendicular and this is a hypotenuse. So perpendicular and hypotenuse attach at sin 60, sin theta, and that is p by h, and that is p by h, and p is given over here 3.7 and h is given over here x. Now solving it, you will get the value of x. Anyhow, you will get the value of x. The first question completes over here. Find what should be the length of the ladder. Now also, how far from the foot of the pole should she place the foot of the ladder? Means they are telling you to find DC. Means if you have find it out 3.7, you can find this also. If you have find it out x also, you can find this also. You can use another trigonometric term. So this will be done by you. I will only be explaining this part because this is the same sum as the above example. So we will not waste time over here. We will move towards the third question. Okay. So what we can do, we have the question over here. So we don't have to move further. An observer 1.5 meter tall, we will complete the concept of the diagram. Then if the question says the same demand of the previous sum, then we will not solve it. Otherwise we will solve it. Okay. Now an observer 1.5 meter tall. Now observer is 1.5 meter tall. Is 28.5 meter away from a chimney. Obviously if this is 20.5 meter, this is also 28.5 meter, common sense, and this is the foot of the chimney. The angle of elevation of the top of the chimney from her eyes is 45 degree. Now if she looking at the chimney, okay, and this is at an angle of 45 degree. Okay, what is the height of the chimney? Now look at this very carefully. Now if you are solving this sums, you have to calculate the height of the chimney. That means height of the chimney is over here. So this is also 1.5. Obviously you can take this as a rectangle or a square, but the opposite side will be same. So if they are saying that 28.5 meter away from a chimney, that means this is also 28.5 meter, this is also 28.5 meter. So you have to write all the protocols for this before answering the question. Now if you look at this, this will be tan 45 and that is 28.5 by x. Sorry, that will be p by b. So in the top there will be x. If I am taking this as x, and this will be 28.5. So tan 45 is 1, so x is equals to 28.5. So height of the chimney will be 28.5 plus 1.5, that is 30 meters. Okay, so you have to be very cautious while solving the sums, and this would be more important for you. See, the answer lies over here, 30 meters. Okay, so make it sure you do it very cautiously and solve it very purposely. Moving on further with the next question. Now see, there is a difference of question. Now this sum will be solved by us. Okay, so we can use the whole page since the question is from very below. Over here. From a point P on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of a 10-meter tall building. 10 meter from a point P on the ground. Let us take this point P on the ground. The angle of elevation of the top of a 10-meter tall building. This is a 10-meter tall building. I am looking at over here on the top of a 10-meter building. The angle of elevation is 30 degree. The angle of elevation is 30 degree. Make it very clear. A flag is hoisted at the top of the building and the angle of elevation of the top of the flag staff is 45 degree. Now, common sense says the 45 degree will go from a bit up. That is, this is 45 degree. This is the flag. Obviously, you can take the help of Rashtrapati Bhavan or any sort of a building which has an Indian flag hoisted on the top. Obviously, I will take Indian flag. Okay. DB. Okay, where is the question? Yeah. Find the length of the flagstaff and the distance of the building from the point P. Means we have to find this. First, we will take this as P, Q, R, and this will be S. So what do we have to find? Find the length of the flagstaff means we have to find RS. RS is to be evaluated, and the distance of the building from the point P means PQ. We have to find the two values PQ and RS. Okay, so PQ and RS are to be finded by us, evaluated by us. So how we will proceed with the sums? Obviously the protocol will be done by you. I will not solve it again. So the most easiest part is solving PQ. Now, what angle should we take, 30 degree or 45 degree for solving PQ? For solving PQ, we should take the 30 degree angle. Why should we take the 30 degree angle? Because it is a bit easy rather than 45 degree. Let's see how. Tan 30 degree is equals to RQ by PQ. Look at this. If this is tan 30, okay, we are taking this triangle. So in this triangle, angle 30 degree over here is helpful for RQ and PQ since we have the full value of RQ. We don't have the value of SQ because SR is missing. So we can't take this help. We'll take the help of tan theta. So tan theta equals to 1 by root 3 and RQ's length is 10 and PQ we have to find it out. So PQ equals to 10 root 3 meter. So the distance, the second question has been solved. The distance of the building from the point P, okay, that is 10 root 3. Distance between the building and the point P is 10 root 3 equals to 17.32. I have solved it directly. The first answer has been completed. Okay. Now moving towards the second answer. Now if you see in the diagram correctly, I have to show the diagram a bit. Now see, if we use the help of PQ, okay, this was in triangle PQR. We have solved for triangle PQR. Now we'll solve for triangle PQS. In triangle PQS, tan 45 degree is equals to SQ by PQ. Okay. From the question we have received this. Now we can move further. We can move the diagram downwards. We don't have to look into the diagram. Now tan 45 is 1. We know that. SQ. If you look at it carefully, this will be 10 plus RS. And this will be 10 root 3. We have solved it. Or it would be better if we take 17.32. This will give the answer very fast and easily. Okay, 17.32. So what is the length of RS? 17.32 is equals to 10 plus RS, or RS will be equals to 17.32 minus 10, that is 7.32. That is 7.32. See into the diagram very carefully, and you can look into the diagram over here and the solution over here. See, 7.32, the length of the flagstaff. And what do we calculate it as length of the flagstaff? 7.32. So we are also correct, and the second answer was first answer was 17.32 over here. So both the questions are correct. The solving procedure is mainly the same. They take it in a different way. Somewhat 99% is same. Okay, using this methodology is very good for you because these type of sums appear in the exams. We'll move on to the next sum. This is one type of sum, the same concept of the flagstaff. The shadow of a tower standing on a level ground is found to be 40 meter longer when the sun's altitude is 30 degree than when it was 60 degree. Okay, the question is the basic concept. This is the sun and this is the tower. Obviously, you would know that whenever time changes, the sun altitudes changes over the earth's surface. Now, the shadow of a tower standing on a level ground is found to be 40 meter longer when the sun's altitude is 30 degree than when it was 60 degree. Okay, so first of all, in the morning, the sun has a shadow longer, and as the days come closer, it gets shorter. So the outside will be 30 degree and the inside will be 60 degree. Or you can take a concept of the geometry that as the shadow comes inside, the angle will increase, inverse. Why? Because at the middle it will be 90 degree. At the middle it will be 90 degree. At the top. That means there will be no shadow of yours. Or the shadow will totally collapse under you. At that point it will be 90 degree. So if we go a bit outside from the central line, we will increase in altitude, will decrease in altitude, will decrease in the angles. And as we go inside, the angles will increase. This concept should be remembered by you. Now, the statement says that the shadow of a tower standing on a level ground is found to be 40 meter longer. Means the shadow has increased by 40 meters. Now, what should we find? We should find the height of the tower. So, we can take this as x, we can take this as y. This will be a, b, c, d. Okay, this will be a, b, c, d. So, we have to find the length of this. This would be a helping hand over here. We can't help this out. This will be a helping hand. Okay, so first taking as tan 30. Why are we taking tan 30? Because we have a relation of P and B. So tan 30 is equals to x by y plus 40. Okay, so 1 by root 3 is equals to x by y plus 40, or x root 3 is equals to y plus 40. Okay, first equation. Now the second question is tan 60 is equals to x by y. So tan 60 is root 3. Now look into the question. We have to find x. So we will calculate the value of y. Y is equals to x by, I'm sorry for the root, y is equals to x by root 3. Why? Because if we put the value of y over here, this would be helpful for us some, because we have to calculate the value of x, not the value of y. Okay, so moving on further over here. So we'll put this value of y. We will put this value of y in this equation. So x root 3 is equals to x by root 3 plus 40. Multiplying it by root 3, this will be 3x equals to x plus 40 root 3. This will be 2x equals to 40 root 3. Or x will be equals to 20 root 3. Or it will be equals to 20 into 1.732, and that will be equals to 34.64. So this will be our length, 20 root 3. Now why would we solve this? We don't have to solve this. The question doesn't ask for it. Solving by y. So why would we solve it? We'll solve only x. The question says find the height of the tower. If they say find y also, then we can put it over here and solve it. But it's not required, so you'll not do it. Until and unless the question says it, you do it, otherwise don't do it. Moving on further with the next sum. Now, the angle, now this is the concept of building. There are two buildings over here. The angle of depression of the top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building. This is an 8-meter tall building. The angle of depression. Now, the question comes for angle. Now, if you are taking the concept of angle of depression, you would be on the top. That is why you would be looking down for depression. So, make sure you are doing it very properly. The angle of depression of the top and the bottom. The top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building from the top of a multi-story building. This is the multi-story building. So we can take this as building and this we can take as multi-story building, MSB, are 30 degree and 45 degree. Now, this is a hypothetical line. Obviously, this is 30 degree and this is a bigger angle, that is 45 degree. Now, the student would say that the question says this is 30 degree and this is 45 degree. Okay. Obviously, I explained you in the start, if this is 30 degree, this will be 30 degree also. If this is 45 degree, this will also be 45 degree. Okay. Moving on further, find the height of the multi-story building and the distance between the two buildings. That means we have to find this and we have to find this. Now, if you are intelligent enough, you would take as this. This is 8 meter and this is y meter. So, we have to find y plus 8. Okay. Now, how would we solve the sum and how do we move towards the sum? Now, first taking the help of, if this is x, this will also be x. And this is y, this is also y. So, you have to explain this in the start. This whole thing is written in the start. Okay. So, what is the help over here? Tan 30 degree is equals to y by x. So, 1 by root 3 equals to y by x. So, x equals to y root 3. This is our first hint, equation 1. And the second hint is over here. The second hint is over here. Tan 45 degree is equals to y plus 8 by x. Tan 45 is equals to 1. So, y plus 8 equals to x, or y plus 8 equals to x. Now, what is the value of x? That is y root 3. Now, if you solve it, y root 3 minus y is equals to 8. We can take y common. Root 3 minus 1 is equals to 8. Taking a bit of the page from the bottom side. Wait a second. Yeah. So, y is equals to 8 by root 3 minus 1. Now, we have to rationalize the concept, that is root 3 plus 1 will be multiplied. That is 8 into 1.732 plus 1, and this will be 3 minus 1. So, this will be 8 into 2.732 whole divided by 2. So, this is 4. So, 4 into 2.732 will be how much? 4 into 2.732, that is 10.8, 10.8, 10.9, around 10.928 if you calculate it. Wait a second, 1.732 into 4 will be 6.928 and that is 4. So 10.928. Okay. Now we have find the value of y. Now looking into the question again. Now y is 10.928. Okay. So now if you are worried about the multi-storied building height, that will be 10.928 plus 8, that is 18.928. This is a multi-storied building height. Now we have to find the value of x for the distance between the two buildings. Now if you look at it, x is equals to y root 3. X is equals to y root 3. And if we look at this very carefully, This would be a bit tricky to solve it. What will be the value of x? This will be 8 by root 3 minus 1 is the value of y into root 3. Okay. You have to solve it this way. Let's take another page. Over here. Over here. Look at this. This is your value of y. Over here. And the value of x is y root 3. है कि नहीं? x का वैल्यू क्या आया था? y root 3. See, I have placed over here. So using this, you can do at 8 root 3 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1. Okay. This would give us 8 into 3 plus root 3 by 3 minus 1. This would give us 4 and this is 1. Okay. I have cut it directly. Now if you calculate it, 3 plus 1.732. So this is 8 into 4.732. Okay. So 24 plus 6.928, that is 30.928. So let us see to the answers. See over here, they have completed it over here only. They have completed it over here only. They have not solved it. But you have to solve it to the perfect decimal place. Always remember, most of the answers could be 30.93 also. This is also the correct answer. Make sure you solve it very tediously. Moving on towards the next sum. Now see, this is the sum I was talking about. The question is over here, but the solution is on the bottom part. From a point on a bridge across a river, means there is a bridge over here. This is a type of bridge. Okay, and you are standing over here. From a point on a bridge across a river, the angle of depression of the banks on opposite sides, means, let us take an example of, I am standing on Howrah Bridge. Okay, so I can see two banks, one is Howrah and one is Kolkata. Opposite sides of the river are 30 degree and 45 degree. If the bridge is at a height of 3 meter, this is the height of the 3 meter from the banks, find the width of the river. Okay, so we'll make a diagram on the next page. Reading on the question, see, this is the angle of depression 30 degree, this is the angle of depression of 45 degree, and this is given the height. So this will also be 30 degree and this will also be 45 degree. Now we have to calculate the length of AB. Okay, so according to the question, in triangle APD, if you look in the triangle APD, we'll use this diagram only, will not make the diagram. In the triangle APD, we have to find this value, and we have been given this, that is tan 30 degree is equals to 3 by x, and 1 by root 3 is equals to 3 by x. So x is equals to 3 root 3. In the other part, in triangle PDB, we have tan 45 degree is equals to 3 by y. We have taken this as y. So y is equals to 3, since tan 45 is 1. Now 3 root 3 is equals to 3 into 1.732. That is equals to 5.196 if you calculate it. And this is your 3. So the width of the bank is 5.196 plus 3, that is 8.196. They have not used the value of root 3. Obviously you would be using it according to my concept. So we are here into the exercise. We have completed the example. So we will not solve the full exercise. We will look into the sums that we have not dealt with. So there are how many sums around? There are around 13, I think so 15 or 20 sums would be there. 16 sums over there. Okay. So let's start from the question reading. Which sums to be solved? A circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. Find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope. Obviously we have solved this type of sum. Now second number sum, it's VVIP, we have to solve it. Now we can move a bit up, we have space over here. A tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle of 30 degrees. This is a tree, this breaks down from here and falls on the ground, making at an angle of 30 degrees. This is the whole tree. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. Now, if you are a clever student, you will find the whole height of the tree. But if you are stupid, you will find this only. So, first of all, you have to find this also, you have to find this also, and you have to add them up, since this height over here is basically the height of the fallen part. So, the diagram completes like this. So, this is your ABC. Now, if you have to find the length of AB, that is AB by BC is equals to tan 30. Now, what is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, AB is not given, and BC is 8 meter. So, AB is equals to 8 by root 3. Now, the second thing, the relation between AC, first we'll write BC by AC. Now, BC by AC has a relation of cos 30 degree, if you are careful enough and you understand. Base by hypotenuse. So, BC is equals to 8, AC we don't know, cos 30 is equals to root 3 by 2, that is 16 by root 3. Now, we have to find the length of the tree, that is 16 by root 3 plus 8 by root 3, that is equals to 24 by root 3, and that is equals to 8 root 3. Obviously, we would rationalize. How we would rationalize? We can write root 3 into root 3. That is 24 root 3 by 3, that is 8 root 3. So, 8 root 3 would be 8 into 1.732, that is 3.464, 6.928, 6.928, and then into 2 करेंगे तो कितना आएगा 12, 13.6.928 into 2, that is 6131191, 13.936. No, 6 2 2 6 1 2 4 are 1 5 over here, 9 2 are 8 1 over here. Okay, 13.856. This will be height of the tree. Okay, make sure you solve it with utter precautions. A contractor plans to install 2 slides for the children to play in a park. For the children below the age of 5 years, she prefers to have a slide whose top is at a height of 1.5 meter and it is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to the ground. Whereas for elder children, she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meter inclined at an angle of 60 degree. What should be the length? This is the same sum. You can solve it by your own. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the ground, which is 30 meter away from the foot, this you can solve. Now let's take an example of kite. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meter above the ground. This is your kite and this is flying at a height of 60 meter above the ground. The string attached to the kite is temporarily tied to a point on the ground. The inclination, this is the string. If your common sense is good, you can't fly a kite at a 90 degree height. You have to be, the kite is always inclined, either on the right, either on the left. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degree. Again, point on the ground, the inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degree. Find the length of the string assuming that there is no slack in the string. So we have to find the value of this. So if you are pretty confident, this is sine. Okay, so use the concept of sine. I will leave at this place. A 1.5 meter tall boy standing some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Done. This sum has been done. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the bottom and top. Done. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal from a point on the ground. We have done the concept of Flagstaff. Okay. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. Okay, so this question, the diagram should be drawn. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower. So this is the tower and this is the building. Let's take it hypothetically. We will look at this which is longer. Okay, So I am not decided that this is the tower or this is the building. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower. Now if you look at it, when you are looking at a 60-degree angle, that means the height of the building is huge. Okay. Now the angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. That this means this is the tower and this is 30 degree. And the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building, this is the tower and this is the building and this is the baseline. We have to draw it hypothetically. This is also hypothetical. If the tower is 50-meter high, this is given to be 50 meter. So we will use this also. Obviously this is not required, so we should not use it. So this is at angle 30 degree and this is an angle 60 degree. Okay, so the diagram makes it clear. You have to solve it by your own way. Find the height of the building. We have to find this. So first of all, what will be the use? From this we can find out this, and from this we can find out this. Okay, so the first this will come and then this will come. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road, which is 80-meter wide. From a point between them on the road, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree and 30 degree. Okay. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the point from the poles. Okay, so this is a pole. Both have the same height. It is given. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road, which is 80-meter wide. This is 80-meter wide. Now, if you are careful enough, the point which is near to the pole will have a greater angle rather than the point which is far from the pole. So this will be 30 degree. I think so. The two angles are 60 degree and 30 degree. Find the height of the poles. We have to find this. Obviously this and this are same, so we will write it as x. And the distance of the point from the poles means we have to find this also, y and z. That means y plus z is 80. Okay. So use your common sense to solve this sum also. So we have till now solved till 10 number sums. A TV tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. From a point on the other bank directly opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. From another point 20 meter away from this point, the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degree. That means, समझ लो we are sailing on this boat. Okay, at the time the angle of elevation is 30 degree from this top. Now after 20 meter sailing, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. So basically we have to find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. We have crossed the canal. Okay, so this type of sum also have been dealt before. From the top of a 7 meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree. Done. As observed from a top of a 75 meter lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression of the two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. These sums need to be solved. And observed from a 75 meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression of two ships are 30 degree and 45 degree. So the common sense of angle will come from yourself. That is, this will be, and this will be 45 degree and this will be 30 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, so my diagram is also correct. If it would be on the other side, the diagram would come from here. Okay, remember that. Find the distance between the two ships. At home, you will solve when the two ships are on the opposite. At here, I will solve when the two ships are on the same side. The logic behind the sums: if the two ships are on the same side, the distance are subtracted. If the two ships are on the other side, the distance are added from the lighthouse. Remember this point. If they are on the same side, subtraction. On the opposite, addition. Okay, remember this concept. So what we have to do, first we have to find the distance of this, then we have to find the distance of this, then we have to subtract y minus x. We'll get the values. This sum should be solved by you. Now we'll solve this sum and we'll end the class over here. So till now we will be completing height and distance smoothly. A 1.2 meter tall girl, 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving while the wind is in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meters. Okay. From the ground, the angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl is at any instant is 60 degree. That means the girl sees the balloon over here and the height is 88.2. Okay. So the height is obviously calculated from the ground, not from the girl's height. And after some time the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. So this is 60 degree. So the angle of elevation reduces to 30 degree. That means it goes over here. The balloon has traveled from here to here. The diagram is perfect. So this will be 87 meters and this will be 1.2 meter. This will be 1.2 meter according to our convenience. We can write everything over here. Find the distance traveled by the balloon during the interval. That means we have to find this. That means we have to find this. Okay. So let us find out this first. Now if this is 88.2 and the girl's height is 1.2, therefore the height of the balloon from the ground, let us take it as 88.2 only, obviously. No, this would not give us that. Yeah, we have to take 87 because we are solving from this diagram. Okay, so tan 60 degree is equals to 87 by x. This will be x1. Okay, so tan 60 is equals to root 3, 87 by x, or x is equals to 87 by root 3, that is 29 root 3. I will keep it as that only. So this is basically 29 root 3. Now for solving this 30 degree, tan 30 degree is equals to 87 by x plus x1. Now what is tan 30? 130, 1 by root 3. So x plus x1 is equals to 87 root 3. Now we know the value of x. X1 is equals to 87 root 3 minus 29 root 3. That is equals to 58 root 3. Therefore the value of x1 is 58 root 3. That means the distance traveled by the balloon is 58 root 3. Now if you are clever, you can convert it and you will get the answer. That is 58 into 1.732. This will give you the complete answer. Okay. So basic of the sums have been solved. Over here you can do one thing. You can solve this sum in two ways, when the ships are on the same and the opposite side. And over here you can also calculate the speed of the balloon, since we have the distance but the time is not given. If there would be a time, you could calculate it also. Okay, you can look into the sum where the plane travels. Okay, the question is not in the NCERT. I was looking for the same thing but I didn't got it over here. Okay, so over here the class for the basic concepts of height and distance completes. Okay, so the main thing we have to solve over here is that different type of sums. Obviously I have looked into the ships concept, I have looked into the balloon concept, that is the plane concept or the bird concept, but make sure you solve it with the speed wala sums also. Okay, so the whole thing completes the trigonometry. We have completed the identities, we have completed complementary angles, we have completed the, what do you say, the value putting, then the height and distance. So the concept of trigonometry has been completed. The next videos would be coming for the trigonometry, the whole syllabus of trigonometry in the language Hindi. I will be uploading all the videos in the Hindi language. Yes, मैं पूरा क्लासेस हिंदी में भी करवाऊंगा. जिनको इंग्लिश नहीं समझ में आता या जिनको इंग्लिश पूरा कॉन्सेप्चुअली क्लियर नहीं होता, उन्हें हिंदी चाहिए, मैं हिंदी में भी कराऊंगा. So after that we'll move to the next chapter. That means English Hindi next chapter. English Hindi next chapter. Okay? तो हिंदी में भी सारी पढ़ाई होगी, इंग्लिश में भी सारी पढ़ाई होगी, रिटन मटेरियल इंग्लिश में होगी क्योंकि एनसीईआरटी हिंदी मटेरियल पब्लिश नहीं करता है. सो आपको उसके लिए अबाइड करना पड़ेगा। बट लैंग्वेज मेरी हिंदी में रहेगी तो आपको हर एक चीज़ हिंदी में ही समझाऊंगा। ये बिल्डिंग है, ये लाइट हाउस है, ये लाइट हाउस को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में, कुतुब मीनार वगैरह वगैरह, सारी चीज़ें हिंदी में रहेगी, एकदम शुद्ध हिंदी में, जितना मैं कोशिश कर पाऊंगा। ठीक है, तो अभी के लिए मैं आपसे अलविदा लेता हूँ, नेक्स्ट क्लास में हिंदी में आऊँगा। ओके, मेक श्योर you solve this sums, and any doubt you can comment on the comment box. I will look into this. Thank you.